Hi everyone. Linking outside content beyond the publisher's materials that you are usually offered with textbooks is one of the great ways to really get your students thinking a little bit differently about their subject area and to keep everything very, very current. And the problem though is when we link, we just provide a web link, it doesn't really have the visual appeal, it doesn't really draw students in all that much. And so a lot of people have been adding, maybe pictures to enhance the look of it. But depending on the type of content that you're using embed codes to bring that content visually into Blackboard is going to be one of your really fantastic alternatives. So I'm going to, just for this example, and just about any kind of media like this online, if you just look around a little bit for an embed code, you can probably find one, but I'm going to use infographics. If you're not familiar with infographics, they're really fantastic. So this is an example of one, and it's a comparison of a one-to-one program versus BYOD, and the draws for each and the reasons for or against using either policy when it comes to technology. And so this one, you can see, first of all, it's got a lot of clutter around here, which is really kind of distracting for students. So I could link them to this page, but it doesn't really, this is all very distracting. So if I scroll down here, what you can see in an infographic is just this sort of visual representation of information to break it down very, very simply. They're not really designed for in-depth looks into a subject area, but for an infographic, if you want to just sort of introduce a topic or get them discussing a topic a little bit, this is a good choice. So for this one in particular, it breaks it down into 4 different variables and then which one wins, the winner or the loser, and it looks at cost and equality and apps and maintenance. And you can see that as I can scroll up and down, but I can't really see all of it in my screen at one time, so that's kind of the other downside. So if I scroll down here, you can see that it offers an embed code. Now, there are other options. If you don't see that right away, look around for like the Twitter link or Pinterest or Google Plus, or it looks clearly it's got a whole bunch of social networking options here. But you should eventually be able to find the embed code. So what I'm going to do is copy this, and I'm going to go back into my course, and I'm just going to create an item here. And I'll just call it example embed graphic. And what I need to do in my visual text box editor is go to the HTML button right here. Click on that, it gives me a new screen. I paste it in, and then I'm going to hit update. And then right here you can see that the picture automatically shows up. So if I hit submit, then at the bottom of my content here, I can see that this is the infographic, and actually you can type some wording in ahead of that. If you go into the HTML code and type your instructions first, and then you can add the embed code after it, that's fine. You're not stuck with only the picture in this content item if you like. But if you scroll down, see, now students can actually see it. Now if you had, oh, it looks like I did this already too. If you have too many infographics in one area, that can get a little bit difficult because they're scrolling up and down for all of their content. So just be aware from a design perspective that this is going to take up a lot of space. They're going to have to scroll up and down just to look at the infographic. So you might want to have it in an area of the course that isn't already loaded with a lot of content, because then they're going to be scrolling down forever and they're just going to get lost. So if you have any questions about how to do anything, just let me know.